Welcome to Wild Cottage. My name is Susan and I live here in the hills of County Clare in Ireland with my partner Tom, our 3 rescue dogs, and also my bonus son Merlin, and currently, just for the summer, his girlfriend Mercy, who is visiting from Kenya. So we live here in the countryside where we grow a lot of our own vegetables, and we have lots of fruit, and we do natural dyeing sometimes, and we have lots and lots of wildlife around us. And this is my channel where I share my crafty knitting and crochet, sometimes some other things, and some little outings that we do out and about. Now, this following video is a little bit more vloggy, just where I'm sitting and telling you about basically 2 of the projects that I've been working on. It's kind of catching you up to where I am now. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, of making the videos. So yeah, so that's what will be in there, and then we'll take you out with us. We go out for a little coffee in one of the county towns. And then on the way home, we see a little bit of wildlife. I'll show you that as well. Thank you so much to all the returning viewers. And much gratitude for all your wonderful comments and your suggestions for the video, for the channels that I should check out and share with you. And I'll be making a video just about that, or have it into my next few videos. We'll see how I'm going to do that. But right now, I'm just getting back into the swing of things and catching you all up on 2 of the makes that I have done, and a 3rd that I'm just sort of finishing up now. So yeah, I sit back and enjoy, and I hope to see you again next time. Okay, friends, take care, enjoy. With love from Wild Cottage. Good morning. I am popping in to show you my progress on the Stripeometry Shawl by Stephen West. And I am on the very last section 5. So this has been very fun to knit, easy. It's really just garter, you know, and some decreases, slip stitches, and then a little bit of picking up stitches. So once I finish this section, I believe then, yeah, the only thing I have to do then is just do the I-cord edging all around it. So I have to pick these stitches back up and go around with an I-cord edging. And then we'll be done. And I'm very, very excited because this just says the summer to me, sort of like, not an Irish summer, but like an Italian summer. And it says the fish girl summer to me. And I'll show you again real quick. And I think I showed my little trousers that I got with the sardines on them. And I'm just thinking that would be really fun. Oh, here comes my friend Sandra. She's picking up a fleece. Oh, there go the dogs. Okay, so Sandra is gone. I believe I was showing you my Stripeometry Shawl by Stephen West. And just real quickly, I got inspired after seeing this on the Sie Yodo Makes podcast. And she was knitting one just like this. Like, I took inspiration from her colors and everything. Although I got some of my colors somewhere else. But they all came from Stephen and Penelope, because that's where I could find the colors that were like nearly exactly the same. She also used the glow hair frost from Stephen and Penelope, and in this color aquamarine, which I believe is, I mean, it's not the priciest mohair. It's a lot pricier than what I'm usually buying, because I'm usually buying drops. And I think it was 14 or 15, 16 euros, the ball. And, you know, I'm finding it interesting. Like, it's not, like, I think you definitely buy it for the amazing colors that they stock in it. Because it's, to me, it's, at least in this color, because dyes can sometimes make things not as soft. I mean, I love this color and I wanted it, so I did get it. But it's not, to me, as soft as what I feel the drops to be. Like, it's not scratchy. This one, just for comparison, is one from Hobbi, and it's their Friends Kid Silk. And I always only buy the stuff on Hobbi pretty much when it's on sale. So this is usually more expensive than drops. Not by a whole lot. I can't remember what it is per ball. I mean, I usually buy it when it's on sale or in the amounts where you get the big discount. And also after having done the bingo app that they have, their app, then they do a bingo every Monday. And then for 48 hours afterwards, you have a discount code if you've attended the bingo, which ranges from 5 to 10%. So that's when I tend to make my Hobbi orders. And I got several of these in different shades to make something. I had a project in mind. And this was a couple years back, so maybe it's different now. But I would say it is not as soft as drops, which makes me sad because, again, they have a lot of colors. And they're different. But I mean, it's not like it's itchy, but then I'm not sensitive to stuff. But it is rougher. That's just my take on it. It's 70% mohair, 25% silk, and 3% wool. And apparently, the companies can actually put a little bit of wool in their mohair silk and don't have to claim it because it's a small amount. That's what I've heard anyway. So I don't know if it's the wool that actually makes it feel rougher, but I have a feeling it's just the quality, the grade of the mohair. So the pattern doesn't actually call for mohair, but Fran did use mohair, and I wanted to do that too. So I got the balls of the aquamarine glow hair, and I'm holding it double. I can't remember if she did or not, but the pattern calls for fingering weight yarns. And basically, if you're buying 100 gram skeins, you only need one of color A, one of color B, and then one of color C. So I got the West Wool Tricycle in just the fingering, the merino and nylon, and I got it in color flamingo and something else, which I'll tell you on the screen and on the drop down. And again, like, it's going to sound like I'm hating on this yarn, and I'm really not, because again, the color selection is fabulous. And I think, and the 50 grams, you got them in 50 gram balls, and they were about 12 euros. So that makes 24 euros for 100 grams, which is, if you're thinking about hand-dyed yarn, I mean, I can get actual hand-dyed small batch yarns from local indie dyers for around that, and sort of 19 to 26 euros. So for just a solid, it's not crazy pricey, but it's not like economical. It's, yeah. But again, it's all about the colors. And just for the yarn itself, this isn't washed yet, but I find it kind of like, this is subjective, but I find it kind of dry. It has kind of a dry feeling compared to like other superwash merinos and nylons that I tend to use. And also sometimes, and now I'm using the ChiaoGoo red lace, and it's, but sometimes I find it, I'm splitting it kind of easy. Yeah, I split it every so often. So I wouldn't be running to buy more in case it was in a color that I really, really wanted and couldn't find elsewhere. So let's put it that way. So again, I bought it for the colors. I'm using a 4mm needle, which is a bit bigger than the needle he uses to get the gauge. But then again, of course, it's a shawl. It doesn't really matter. But I usually go up a size because I'm a tighter knitter, and just to kind of give me closer to the size of shawl. So there we go. That's all that. But so yeah, so I'm excited because I think it'll pair nicely with my Fish Girl summer trousers. And also I'll definitely have to take outfits so you can see. Also, I have finished my Amapola Cardi by Claudia Quintanilla of EweKnit Toronto. And this, I was signed up to their newsletter for a while, and I don't know if they still do it, but if you run the newsletter, you could get certain patterns free for a little while when they first came out. And that's how I got this. And Amapola, I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, I believe it means poppy in Spanish, I believe. And this is an Aran weight, so I knit it with my good old standby for just like commercial solidish color yarn, Drops. The Drops Air, and this is actually the yarn that the pattern calls for. And I knit this peachy pinky one within the Drops Kid Silk Mohair. This on sale. I can't remember right off the top of my head now how much it was, but it was sort of like 40% of what it normally is, so it was probably about €3 a ball. And for my size, which was size 1, which gives you about a 42-inch bust. So needed, they called for, I believe, 6 balls of this and then 5 balls of a Kid Silk Mohair. So I took advantage of that sale, and I was thinking I really wanted to knit more of these. I just liked the look of it. And I ordered the peach and then this pink, which I'm going to hopefully cast on soon. And I ordered black because a nice fluffy black cardigan is needed. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at my clothing, particularly I have a lot of kind of like fun trousers, and I want to get things that go nicely with that, and so I'm making different colors of cardigans that should go well. And so because it's a Aran weight yarn, Aran weight gauge, 14 stitches per 4 inches, it goes quickly. So for my next one, I had bought this yarn, and then I just looked in my mohair stash, because what I tend to do is when things go on sale at Drops, I stock up because the value is incredible. And I didn't have sort of a lighter pink that I wanted for this, but I did have it in the Friends Kid Silk. I'm going to pair these together, and I think that'll go nicely. That will look nice also with these trousers, but I have several other trousers that'll look nice, and I'm particularly excited about these. So these are my bonus mom gave these to me at Christmas. And I love flamingos, so, you know, I can just wear like a plain little top like this or whatnot. And then I can pair this lovely pink. And I just love wearing my sort of pattern trousers, but a lot of my knitwear so far that I have knit has been with variegated yarn or a pattern or something. So I'm thinking about making some more plainer things, but when I'm thinking of my plainer yarns, they could be solid, but I like to have some interest up here. So for example, I did the Love Note, which hopefully I'm inserting some pictures of that there, in this very vibrant color that goes nice with some of my fun trousers, the Lisa Frank kind of inspired trousers. But it wasn't so boring for me to knit, even though I knit it quite long, sort of like tunic length, because I just was excited about making, it was my first Love Note, and I just like the lace. And I think anyway, it's not the top, because it's in sort of like the one color, the lace, the little bit of pattern up here doesn't make it too busy with the like wild trousers. Anyhow, so I'm gonna wrap up this little section here because I've had a lot of brain farts, and I think I need to rest my brain now. So yeah, okay. Yay! I just finished. I didn't do an I-cord border. I actually did a single crochet border, which was an experiment that I will talk about when I go in depth. And actually, I'm quite happy with it. So this is, my summer Stripeometry shawl by Stephen West, in just these wonderful summery colors. And I've been watching the Lavender Cottage Fiber Arts channel, and once a month or so, Anna, it's the two twins, Anna and Pia, and Anna is usually the one that does the crafty moments as a vlog of her month and what she's been making, what she's been doing. And I really enjoy it. And for example, see, she's gone to the meetup at the knitting at the local library, and there's this artist exhibition, and she shows us some of it, and I just really liked it. So I looked up the artist and this sort of thing. But this one reason that can be so fun about watching people's vlogs, especially so they're in Australia, so very different from here, and just to see the different places, I really enjoy that. So yeah, so check out their channel as well, and you can get a little slice of Australia and what they're making over there. Of course, they're in winter. I thought I'd give you a little look at what I'm working on today. I'm having fibromyalgia flare and achy in all my joints and all, probably partially the weather. But I'm working on the Sol y Yodo top, which is a lovely pattern that you can modify for any size. It's kind of a recipe pattern from Nicole Michelle. It's on her Ko-fi and on Ravelry. I think it's €5. I know it's €5 on her Ko-fi. And she's also the Time Weaver podcast, and she makes these little stitch marks as well. This is the second one I've knit over the past several years. I just love it. It's one of my most worn. And this is the front panel. This is actually blowing out a bit. This is like a very light pink. And then this is like a ballerina pink with some, I don't know, also sort of a creamy yellow as well. And then we go through all these different shades of pinks into the mauve, which is a type of pink and purple together. And these are all minis from River of a Knitter's Homestead, and they're all naturally dyed. And I got her Marie Antoinette mini skein set a couple years back, and also I believe some mystery minis. So this is the front panel, and I have that, and then what I'm starting on is now the back panel, which is probably going to be the same. And I divided all the minis up into little bundles, and I have this as a backup in case I need it, because this back panel is actually wider than the front, because I was a little bit smaller when I made this. But it doesn't matter. That's the great thing about this pattern. Even if you do something like make one of the panels too small, it's easy to adjust, because you actually can do side panels and all as well, join it together with a bit of stitching, as she explains it all in there. So I just think it's fantastic. So it's totally size inclusive, up or down, because she tells you how to figure out what you want to do, and it's not hard. So yeah, and also I did this one, I'm showing you the front now. That's the front. I was showing you the back with a 4.5 millimeter needle, but to make this a bit wider, I've used this on a 5 millimeter needle, just because I'm not certain. I don't want to run out of yarn. I don't really want to go into, this is sort of like a blue and pink color yarn. I don't want to go in that unless I have to. And then I have this also if I want to, for the side panel, if I need a little extra to do some fancy stuff. But yeah, so I'm entering this in the PinkAlong, the PAL, the PAL, the PinkAlong with Charm City Unicorns. They said whips are allowed, and basically the only rule for the PinkAlong, so it's like knitting, crochet, sewing, whatever, is that, and any kind of project that you're doing, as long as it's around sort of like 50% pink, and this is mostly all pink front and back. So I'm just on the back, I'm just repeating the front. So I'm going to enter it in that. They did a live on 13th of July, and we all just kind of chatted in the comments, and yeah, it was fun. And it goes until I think the 18th of October. So, and you can enter multiple projects. Yeah, so check out their channel for more information. Also, I'll enter this into share of Lathe and Loom Her. Oh, I always say this wrong too. Tanks and Tees Mal, which goes on until the end of August. So she already drew the prize winner for June. So then I'm trying to get this in time for July. And then I want to try to do another one for August. Not necessarily another one of these, although that could be an option. You hear this waterfall? Yum! Cup on tea. This is a lovely necklace I'm gonna buy. And we're at the Hidden Gem. Tom's got a mocha. And I've got my knitting. I'm knitting on the Sol y Yodo. And I've got my Amapola Cardi that it's too warm to wear right now. We're in Gort at the moment. Just having, and this is the lovely little place. And all along that wall there is the art and the craft that the artists make. We've just turned down off the main road in Gort. There's a couple little places we like to go here, generally like for coffee, the Hidden Gem, and then there's a little place, what's even the name of it there? We call it the Mexican place because the lady that owns it is from Mexico City, her and her husband. And I love, they have a Mexican mocha. It's so lovely because it has a bit of the, you know, the spices in it. Anyway, but right next to the Hidden Gem where we went today is one of those hardware stores, like those iconic ones from back in the day. It's still running, but it's got like the hardware shop and everything in the front and the little tiny pub at the back of the shop. But I never want to go in there and film because I feel like such a tourist doing that. And I'm not a tourist, so anyway. But yeah, so this is Gort, and it's in County Galway, and it's not named after the Gort, the sci-fi film, but of course people have picked that up. What was the name of that film, honey? I think I talked about it before, but
The Day the Earth Stood Still.
The Day the Earth Stood Still. I think so too.
Latu Barada Nicto.
Yes, and that means
I just stopped Gort from ruining the planet.
that's what you had to say.
Yeah,
so
otherwise Gort would have destroyed the Earth.
Yeah, so Gort was the robot, and over top the little Mexican coffee place that we like, they painted that saying. So anyway, and it's an old shop, and they kept the old outside of it. I think it was a bakery or something. I can't remember. Anyways, I'm having a brain fart.